My name is Randy Hain, and I'm the president of Serviam Partners. I want to speak to you today about the importance of candor in the business world. And I'd like to start by giving you just a quick little history lesson about St. Thomas Becket, who was a 12th century Catholic saint and martyr. You may recall from history that he was the Archbishop of Canterbury. And for the 7 or 8 years that he was the Archbishop, he was always a candid thorn in the side of King Henry II, who eventually had him murdered. It's said that he turned to a trusted friend on his way to his ordination. And I want to paraphrase the quote that's been handed down through the ages to us that the Archbishop said to his friend. In essence, he said, "I want you to come to me in private and tell me when I err, for it is dangerous for men in power if no one tells them when they do wrong." And that's a very profound quote that's always stuck with me, and it's been the catalyst for a lot of deep thinking on my end about the idea of candor. As a coach and a consultant, it's my opinion that the lack of candor in business, quite frankly, is pervasive. We don't speak enough about what really is going on. We don't speak the truth. We're not realistic enough with each other about what's going on around us. And I think often that happens because we are fearful of candor. We misunderstand candor. Some of the reasons may be we fear retribution. We may worry about saying the wrong thing to the wrong person. Sometimes we don't know the words to say. It's difficult to know how to deliver a message that can be direct and helpful. Another idea here is that we may fear hurting people's feelings. There are a number of reasons why we don't deliver candid messages, but those are 3 that I've seen. I'd like to talk to you about seeing candor, though, as a helpful gift. It's something that can help us improve and get back on track. It can be something that can absolutely be the catalyst for tremendous career success. So let me give you 4 helpful tips that all fall under something that I call Hains Rule when it comes to candor. The first one is, I want you to consider asking people for permission to be candid with them. So let's say you've got something difficult you'd like to share with a work colleague. Ask permission. May I be candid with you? What happens is they'll say yes, they always do, and then you have permission to speak truth, but the wall has come down a bit and they've entered into a bit of a psychological contract. They know it's coming, you did ask permission, and now you're ready to give the message you need to give. That always works for me. The second tip under Hains Rule is I'd like you to consider giving other people permission to be candid with you. Now, I don't mean this in some false way where you're in a room with your team and on the way out the door you say, "Hey guys, you can tell me what you're thinking anytime," and you walk out. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about going to someone on your team, a colleague, your boss, someone in your group, whatever, and giving them this permission to give you feedback and tell them something specific like, "Yesterday in the presentation, I don't think I did my best work. I'd love to get some tips from you on how I can improve. I don't think I did my best." So giving them something specific to comment on is a great way to give people permission, but it's also a way that you'll get tremendous and helpful feedback. But if you say, "Am I doing okay?" you're not going to get the response you're looking for. The third tip under Hains Rule is sort of a series of things. I want you to consider being calm and respectful and helpful. The tone of voice that I'm using with you right now is the right way to deliver candid messages. Be respectful of the other person. Understand them. Know how they might receive you. That's a sign of respect. But also be helpful with the candor. Don't just say you're not doing it right. Why not offer some very helpful advice to get the person back on track? The final bit of advice under Hains Rule is do it in person. Never do this by email or text. Always deliver a candid message in person. Phone is okay. It's not my preference. Always default to in person. I've spent most of my career working at being a candid voice in the lives of my friends and clients. My hope for you after you watch this video is you'll be that for the people in your life.